Hey guys, in today's video I had a customer go on a political rant with my brother, and I want to make something very clear here. I do not talk politics in my business. It's a good business practice not to do that, and I'm definitely not going to talk politics on this channel because it's not good for anybody as it pertains to an HVAC channel. That's not what we do here. We do not talk politics. That is so dumb. Good thing for my brother that he ignored the guy, because there's no place for that in business. There really isn't. That has nothing to do with the HVAC business. That being said, today's video is about how the work went very well. We had a solid day today, and we're back on track on that relocation job. So enjoy the video, guys. Good morning, guys. Seton HVAC. It is August 10th, 2024. Happy F-it Friday to everybody. Let's see if we can have a little bit of retribution today on this beautiful Friday. Looks like the smoke cleared out somewhat here. It's nice and clear. It's sunny out, so that should be a harbinger of, yes, I'm using big words this morning, a harbinger of things to come for today. Yesterday could not have gone any worse. Well, I guess it could have. But, you know, I like things to go smoothly, and when they don't, I kind of lose my train of thought. And, you know, things just kind of spiral out of control, and I lose motivation, which, you know, I should know better by now after all these years. But we'll get at it today. We're gonna stop. I'm gonna meet up with my brother again this morning. We're gonna grab some concrete. He's got some pressure treated wood we're gonna use to catch it, you know, from falling into the crawl space. And we're gonna fill that hole up. We're gonna get it troweled all nice for the customer, and then we will work on getting the supply and return ducts connected. So that should be a lot of fun. And hold on a second here. That should be a lot of fun to you know, have all those ducts hooked up finally, and have that hole filled in, because I've been thinking about that hole since I had to rip that duct out. It's wearing on me. I just don't like when things don't go smoothly. I mean, I think everybody does. So anyway, we're gonna head out there. That's the plan for today. And you know, nice easy Friday. I try to make every day easy, so not just if it's Friday. So we'll see you out there, guys. All right, guys, we're back. So the plan is, I'm gonna cut this guy loose, get him out of the way, shove it down, tape him off, shove him in the crawl, and then we're gonna try to get some pressure treated stack back there, and then we might actually just put some cardboard in there to hold, and then start filling her in. So wish us luck. Let's see what we can do. Beautiful. All right, I got the lines all cut loose here. I just shoved that into the hole, so I don't have to go back down there to grab it. I'll be able to grab it from up here, and then I just cut and taped it back to there so it's out of the way of our concrete work here, and the scrap lines here. So I'll just braze it back in once we're done. So Matt's going to get going on getting the backing in for the concrete. Like I said, we're probably going to do some pressure treated wedged in there, and maybe put a piece of cardboard in there to hold the dirt, and start backfilling, and then mix up some concrete. Matt's over there cutting the pressure treated. So what we're going to do is just make them a little bit short, and then just hammer them at an angle a little bit, and get 2 or 3 of them wedged in there, and then we're going to put form some cardboard in there to hold the dirt and concrete, and that should work out good, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's see how it goes. All right, typical Seton HVAC fashion here. It's not perfect, but it's going to be doable. So we just put some pressure treated back there, block it up the best we could. You know, a little bit of dirt's going to spill through there, but it's okay. We're going to fill this up about halfway with that dirt, and then we're going to mix up some concrete. So let's get to it. It's real sandy dirt. Whew. Out there in the high desert. All right, so we're going to do more concrete here than what the slab is, just because we have a bunch of bags of it. So we're going to mix it up. It's going to be real nice and thick. It'll fill in all these gaps and stabilize everything. So let's get to mixing some concrete. Same way I did it before. If you watched that that last video, the one where I concreted around the elbows. Chunky peanut butter. Looking good. This fast setting stuff, you got to really work with it fast. And I'm hoping these little gaps here doesn't fall through too much. But this stuff sets up so fast, I'm probably going to be okay. All right, guys. Concrete's not my trade, but we did the best we could with it. Got a little hole here. I'll probably just take some Volcom and fill that in once this is all dried, and then we're going to roto hammer that new hole right there. I'll let this set up a little bit, and I'll sweep around here, kind of clean up the area. He's going to do this stuff around it anyway, and I think he's going to have a cabinet sitting over the top of this, so it'll be okay for an HVAC guy doing concrete. So yeah, let's do some cleanup here in a bit once this sets up, and then we're going to go down in the crawl. Put that ATTO on, run some flex, and we'll run that flex up in the attic space too. So lots to do today. I didn't make that cap. Well, I made the cap, but I didn't bring it out. That's a 5-minute deal. I'll throw that on Monday. I was more focused on getting this concrete done and get this hole filled up. So that is a success on that. All right, guys, we're going to head up to hook up this return. We got all our usual suspects here. We got our 16-inch R8 flex. We got our red snips, our tool pouch that has our 1/2-inch zips and our 1-inch zips, our woven strapping, Panduit straps. I know some of you guys have never heard them called that. That's what I call them. Lineman's pliers, Panduit gun, duck knife for cutting the flex, and our trusty impact drill with a 1/4-inch bit. So yeah, let's head up into this attic and get this thing tied in. All right, guys, we're up here. Got all our stuff up here. I had Matt run back down to grab some mastic tape so we can just seal this off before we pull the flex over it. And then I'm going to have Matt get back in there and pull that off. We'll see how this does. We might put an elbow on that can just because it makes a sharp turn right there, which actually we will. I'll have him go back down and get an elbow, get his exercise in today, and then we'll have a nice sweep here down, and we'll strap it about every 4 feet or so with the woven strapping. So I'll show you what it looks like once you start working on it. All right, guys, this is a pretty cool, I showed you a little bit of it before. Matt's just getting that tape on that seam there. But man, this is a big space. So this is where the old part of the house used to be. That looks like that used to be an old skylight that was up here. But yeah, you can see the old tar paper from the old part of the house. But man, when they built on this, they wasted a lot of good space. I would spray foam all this, dry roll it, and man, that would be a heck of a man cave. Just wanted to show you that's pretty cool. But yeah, so this is where our return's going. I like this space up here. It definitely would need a mini split up here though. It's warm. Whew. Obviously the insulation would help. But yeah, I just wanted to show you. Pretty cool. Little wasted space. It's as big as my whole house. All right, guys. So yeah, we're just working kind of methodically here. So I noticed up in this this big attic, unfinished attic space, they have an attic fan up here. So looks like it's probably one that's triggered by temperature. I am not a proponent of these because what happens is, okay, you're going to suck all this air out of here though. Where's it going to make it up, huh? It's gonna draw cool air from there because there's no way that's sealed 100%. But it's also going to bring in air from outside, and it's going to draw it into the living space too. So I know some people think that these exhaust fans that you put in in your attic, do something. You know, you either put them up high up on your ridge there, or you put them down on your gable end, you know, like on a ranch style house. I don't like them. I do not like them. I think they cause more problems than they're good for. They waste more energy than you think. So tell me your thoughts on that. All right, Matt's getting back in there. Got his snips, gonna cut them panduits off. Take it loose there, get it out of here. And we'll pull that air cleaner and that can down today too, probably. Kinda nice. Matt's doing all my dirty work today. All right, Matt's got that old flex out of there. We got this old airtight takeoff that they screwed down. This is the old return, old furnace location. And I wanted to put an elbow on that, but we can't because of how they mounted this. I mean, we could go through all the trouble of taking that off, patching, moving that up, but we'll just put flex on it. We'll just make sure it's not kinked and run it nice and slinkied around over to here. And yeah, and then we can just shove that back in this new box, seal it up, and we'll have everything all self-contained. So let's get to running this new flex. All right, guys, I showed you before how I like to prep these. So I like to make sure the flex is pulled out quite a bit, and then I peel back the insulation and I fold the pink underneath the plastic here. We don't want any of that showing. And then get this on, and then we're gonna pull this all the way over the collar, and then we'll pull it all the way over the 90 on this side. I hope it's long enough. It should be. It doesn't look like it's more than 25 feet. But if I could have put an elbow on that, it would have made things easier. But anyway, let's see what this does for us. If we need to splice a little piece of that old, so be it. It is what it is. So let's get her on. Okay, guys, on the 16-inch flex, you have to double up these panduits because they're only 36 inches. So they're doubled up. We're going to tighten them on with the panduit gun that Matt's got there. And then we're going to do a zip screw into it on the opposite side, so it's got at least 2 on there. I don't ever want these coming off, so Matt's going to get back in there and do her. Alright, guys, my brother was struggling with this because I didn't realize this was a 14-inch collar on here. So it's only a 14-inch wide can, but what we're gonna do is put a 16 on there, and then we'll seal off what hangs over. It's the best we can do with it. You can't really oval out these ATTOs. Actually, maybe we'll oval the 16-inch. Yeah, I got an idea. I don't want the airtight takeoff. I'm going to have him get that little piece of 16-inch pipe we have, and we'll dovetail it on there, just oval it. And now we can actually bring it up a little higher if we do that too. So, lovely. Nothing's easy on this project, but we definitely want this to be 16. 14-inch flex is not good for 2 tons. No way. Like it was meant to be, guys. So we got this that little sleeve that we put in when we did that drop for the return when it was in the wrong place. We'll take that off, dovetail it. That'll be our new collar. We'll just oval it onto that 14. Perfect. I'm liking it. Okay, so we got our collar all prepped here, dovetailed with the notchers. 4 equally spaced tabs. Those will get a screw, half-inch zip. The rest will just bend it over on the inside. Some guys like to do every other one, but there's no reason to bend over any on the outside that you're not going to put a screw in. So that's what we're going to do. And probably go pull the grill off on the inside and seal it from the inside later, because I want to be able to pull this flex on without getting goop all over me. So what we're going to do is put it on here, trace it higher, and that might actually allow us to get an elbow on it. We'll see. But yeah, let's trace it. Let's cut this out and get this guy on here. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, she's on there. We're going to try to keep this a nice sweep. You know, obviously you don't want to turn 90 degrees with your flex. You know, it's 16-inch on a 2-ton, and it's pretty short run, so I'm not too worried about it. But you can see we're pretty close. I'm not going to be able to pull the insulation up over this elbow, so we'll just get it connected, and I'll wrap this with some bubble wrap. So, and obviously we're going to get our woven strapping, strap it down nice, so it's nice and secure. Let's do it. Matt's back in the hole. He's going to go ahead and get our first strap on there. Like I said, we're going to try to keep this somewhat uncrimped, but like I said, it's fine. And that's got the full circumference in there. It'll be okay. And yeah, so 1-inch screw with the strap there, and we'll get another one probably in there, probably one more, and then get her connected. All right, guys, she's all finished up. We'll bring out some metal to pan that on Monday. You can see we got a strap on it every 4 feet at least, ish. And then we just got one little piece here on the bottom. I couldn't get that pulled over enough. We'll just put a little bit of bubble wrap around that, and that'll be fine. And yeah, she's in. Now this is how you should do all of them. These panduits on this, excuse me, sorry, on this 16-inch pipe, I do, double the panduits up, and then I do actually 3 equally spaced screws on these. I do not want somebody to be able to come up here and pull these off, which if you do it that way, they never will be able to. Inside and outside have screws on them. So this is solid. You'll never have to worry about this thing coming apart. It's the way to do it, in my opinion. All right, let's see what time it is. See if we got time to go down that crawl space now and mess around with that supply. Let's do it. All right, guys, we're going back down into the hole. So we got our collar, drill, screw pouch. I got my big bright light, snips. Matt's coming with the drill with the torpedo bit on it, so we make our hole to get our snips into. And then I'm probably going to have to, because remember, if you remember, that can was a 16 by 16, so we're gonna have to cut most of this ATTO off, but that's okay. We'll come back down with the mastic and we'll brush it on real good. So we might just do that today and let the mastic dry, and then we can come back Monday with the flex real quick and connect our 2 ends. I don't really want to disturb that other end until that concrete sets up. All right, guys, we're living the dream down here in our office, the old crawl space. We got to get this guy all strapped up too. So behind me here is our ATTO. Well, 2 T's, not 3. So we got to get him on there, but you can see that it barely fits, right? So what we're going to do is cut most of the gasketing off. Basically turn it into a regular 16-inch collar. I could have made one, but I can make it work with this with minimal effort. And then we'll just pookie it up real good, and we'll call that good for today. So let's work on it. Let's see what it looks like when we're done. All right, I got her all traced out. Matt's gonna hand me that drill that's got the step bit in it. I'm gonna drill that and we'll cut it. We'll be back once it's cut out. All right, guys, I got the hole drilled there. Now it's not the prettiest, but neither were most of my girlfriends, so you kind of deal with what life gives you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna notch that airtight takeoff so we can get it on there. We'll have a gasket. Why is my finger going the wrong way? There we go. We're gonna have a gasketing on the corners, and then we'll just pookie it up real good on the inside, so it's sealed off. All right, she's on there, guys. So I got her screwed down on the 4 corners. I got a little bit of a gap there. We're dealing with what we got here. They only had a 14-inch flex return before, so we're doing a lot better. That little sliver right there is not going to hurt anything. We're going to tape it, and then we'll pookie it up real good and make it as hard as metal there, and seal around the rest of it. So yeah, let's get her sealed up. All right, guys, we're all sealed up. Now, don't let that deceive you. We're sealed. I got sealing on the outside too. I just got what I could on the inside, what I could on the outside. We're 100% sealed. I'm going to grab these tools, load up the truck, and get out of here. Let all this stuff dry, the concrete, this mastic, and we'll get that strung out. Should be able to get this done on Monday. Project Molasses will finally be done. All right, pulling out of Project Molasses here that seems to just keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny, except not as energetic. So yeah, we're looking good to finish hopefully Monday. If there's some loose ends to make sure everything's perfect on Tuesday, then so be it. You guys know how I work. So yeah, it's gonna turn out nice. Everything worked out. No more hiccups. Today was much better than yesterday. I'm happy to have that concrete work done and know that that's good, and happy to know that the supply and return work is gonna work okay. I'm not gonna have any more snags. So the only thing I got to do is on that line set, when I put it back together, I need to string out some vinyl tubing because there's going to be a condensate pump there. We have a plug right there by the unit, so that'll work out just fine. And yeah, everything's going to go smooth, either a Monday or Tuesday finish. I'll probably have some stuff for you guys this weekend. Not going to have any ride-along stuff because I'm not working this weekend. I'm taking the weekend off. I'm tired of working every weekend, so I will see you probably tomorrow for some videos, And tonight, look out for my shorts. You know how that goes. So I'll see you then.